Long-range shooting with historical arms is a beautiful sport with beautiful people. Hitting the bullseye at 1000 yards takes the capabilities of the arms and the shooters to the limits. Only a very few can do this all around the world. In 2002, August, many of these excellent marksmen gathered in Hungary to decide who the best was. Nearly 40 shooters from 8 countries shot the 5-day match with historical muzzle loaders and breech loaders at the military shooting range of Izbég. It's been a long time since the members of this friendly group met, as COVID eliminated the international matches from the past few years. But now it was time to revive this excellent discipline.
That's the way to start the first shot. It's practice, but it's a ball.
This was the first occasion in the history of MLAIC, or Muzzleloaders Association's International Confederation, to host a World Cup, where both historical muzzleloaders and single-shot breech-loading rifles were allowed to compete, unless the ammo was loaded with holy black powder. The organizer of the event was the Hungarian Black Powder Shooters and Hunters Association, with the extensive help of the Hungarian military, especially the Szentendre Garrison Support Command, the Hungarian Shooting Federation, the National Defense Sport Association, and the Hungarian Chamber of Hunting. This was also the first occasion in the history of MLAIC to use Wi-Fi camera systems. The cameras we chose to use were the excellent LS3 devices of Longshot that proved to be a reliable help in running the match.
We have 40 shooters here competing in basically 3 classes. The 3 classes are muzzle-loading reproduction, muzzle-loading original, and black powder cartridge rifles, which means that these are, let's say, representing the age of the middle of the 19th century and the second half of the 19th century. But all the rifles are authentic rifles, which means even the repros has to be exact copies of originals. We have beautiful rifles on the range, by the way, so I will show them to you later. We are competing to 3 distances, 300 yards, 500 yards, 600 yards, and this is the mid-range, and we have also the long-range match, which is 900 yards and 1000 yards. The targets are very far away, so it's fun to shoot these events because even if you have a very precise rifle with a very precise load, you still have to control the wind, you still have to understand the environmental circumstances, and you have to react very fast because wind directions change very fast here.
These matches are hard to run without the financial support of the best brands involved in historical arms manufacturing. One of the most important sponsors of the international historical shooting matches is Davide Pedersoli, manufacturer of competition-grade historical arms. We also receive valuable support from Lee Shaver, the excellent gunsmith from the US. Comprehend KFT, and of course Keppenborg was also a supporter of the event.
If you ever saw pictures or videos about how, for example, in Bisley they are conducting these matches, they have a butt at the targets, and the targets are pulled down and checked by human workforce. Now we have beautiful Wi-Fi camera systems that are tracking your scores. They have a beautiful application for that. The competition, by the way, is sponsored by the maker of these cameras. It is Longshot. It's an excellent system, and it's working for our purposes. We already tested it at 1 kilometer distance, and the signal was good. The shots are trackable. You don't lose any shots on the target, so which makes it perfect help for us. Which means that now we have a system that can be delivered to any range in the world, which is a good point because having a proper range for long-range shooting is the biggest challenge for organizing such match. We have beautiful operators for the application and for the cameras. They are professional, and what they don't see on the target, that's not a hit. That's already proved in the past days. So, Laura, how it is for you to operate this system? Is it easy, comfortable? How the shooters like the way we do it?
It's much easier in that distance than yesterday because of the height, I think, and the signal was much better, and I can see anything.
So it is trackable. You don't have any concerns when you see a shot. It's a shot.
It's a shot. Yeah. It's totally a shot, and yes, it's so easy to see everything on the tablet. And the camera system is very good. It has very high quality.
So what is good in this system? That the application allows you to choose colors for the different shooters, which means that, for example, for the practice times we have 3 or 4 shooters for the same target, and we are tracking their shots. So you don't mix them up because you can mark them with different colors. Probably you already remember the big guy from the previous championships. He's in charge as always because he kills everybody who says no to anything.
Especially today, because that was the harder day in the morning, but everything is running as well. The camera system is beauty. Today we are shooting in the 500 yards. If everything is running as well, because I don't know. But no, that was a joke, only then the joke. We are shooting according to the plan. And that was very good.
And we are very modern, which Polly especially likes, that we have real-time information about the scores, because when one relay is over, the scores are immediately calculated and they are put on internet immediately. So all the shooters have QR codes, so you can immediately follow the current status of the scoring on the internet, which is quite helpful.
Yeah, that is very good news. But if somebody is so old like me, then always print out, because I cannot use my mobile phone. But normally everybody...
And handwriting only. Handwriting only. It's very important to not use any modern stuff that is powered by electricity.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Marshal.
It is also mandatory for everybody, every shooter, to be a scorer, which means that we are tracking and keeping scores and telling the shooter what is their achievement. That's also fun.
3 at 5 o'clock. The course of fire is quite interesting. Everybody is shooting according to MLAIC rules, which is the Muzzle Loading Association's International Confederation. Each and every single shooter has a scorecard like this. I already told you that there are scorers, there are operators for the tablets, for the camera system, and there are of course shooters in the firing line. In each relay, to each target, there are 2 shooters now. They are alternating. One is loading, the other one is shooting. And on the screen of this tablet, you can keep the scores with different colors. And the shots are immediately scored, and they are put into these little boxes here. So, which means that from 300 to 600 yards, you have 10 shots that count, and on 900 and 1000, you have 15 shots that count. Now, one interesting part of this game that you have so-called convertible sighters. You can shoot 3 shots on the target before you start your competition. This is for setting your sights to the exact circumstances that you face when you're just in the firing line. The other thing in these convertible sighters that you can convert them to normal shots. So if you shoot a 4-5-4 or something very good, then you can just take these 3 shots and have them as your first 3 shots. You can also take 1, 2, or all of them, of course, or none of them if they are not good. One important thing that they must be consecutive. So you cannot take 1 and 3, but you can take 3-2-1 or 3-2 or 3. It's a good point because you can really set your sights exactly at the time that you're shooting to those wind conditions and humidity conditions that you just face in the firing line. At 900 and 1000 yards, we don't shoot 10, but we shoot 15 shots, 15 consecutive shots that has to be scored, and you have 5 convertible sighters. So altogether, that is 22 shots that you usually fire for a range like for a relay like this. It will be a hot day because it's only 9 o'clock. The temperature is around 30 Celsius, which means that at noon I'm pretty sure that we are going to have 36-37 Celsius, which will be hot. There is technically no wind, which is good for shooting, and we really hope that the practice time, the weather at the practice time, will be similar to the weather of the relays. So the game is on, scores are good, the Hungarian team is doing well, but it is tiring. So doing the organization job and also shooting, it's pushing our nerves to the limits. But we love to do this.
Marek, how do you like the competition? I think this is the first MLAIC competition.
Yes, the organization is perfect. I like it very much. Sorry that only one person is from Poland, but I hope next year will be much more.
Yeah. And if I know that in Poland they are shooting long range for many years now, and they have a very active sport shooting life, and probably this system can be transferred to anywhere in Europe.
Yes.
So you have to be active and organize MLAIC championships in Poland.
It will be hard because of the not many shooting range, long range shooting range, but who knows?
But who knows? Marek,
thank you.
happy that you're here. Thank you very much.
The team captain of a longest traveling team, and actually they are making it a World Cup, not a European Cup, Korean on the Bear from South Africa. And we are very happy to have you here. How much time did you travel to get here?
About 2 days. So the first 18-25 hours were flying, and then the 1 day of driving.
And when did you land?
We landed in Frankfurt on Friday, and then on Saturday we drove through to Hungary.
Oh. And so they landed in Germany, they traveled by car to Hungary, and after this competition is over, we all going back to Germany because in Pforzheim we are going to have the short range World Championships.
Yes. So the rest of the South African team will join us, the short range team will join us at Frankfurt.
Excellent. And so South Africa is a very experienced nation in long range shooting. We Hungarians are absolutely beginners. So this is the first international championship that we are organizing, and we still only have 5 or 6 shooters who are actively shooting long range. It's a difficult discipline. How do you feel compared to previous championships? What are the benefits? What are the points that we can improve on?
I think the fact that we're using cameras makes it so much more accessible to so many more countries. and at this stage the experience we had up to now was really positive. So I see that the future is going to be around the cameras. It will work fantastically. Yes, we have hot weather, but that's part of the game. We're used to it. Yeah.
That's your advantage.
Yes. No, but this is really we're really impressed with the way that you put up this match, and we are really happy to be here. We hope to come back next year.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the last cartridge, my last shot for the championships. It was beautiful, no matter what this last shot will be.
But you couldn't believe I came here and I wish you 5.
You pointed it.
No, I wish you 5. It's because of my wish. The 2 points are mine. Well done. My last shot was also 5, so I came here. I wished him 5. That was my last. Okay.
That was the last one.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Take it away. Okay, so this is the last shot. Thank you.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful week. We are still searching for the words to describe the emotions. We are very happy we could welcome all these excellent shooters, and we strongly believe that they will return next year in September for the MLAIC Long Range World Championships in Hungary.